Blessings, everyone. I am so sorry I'm doing this video from my car yet again. I just have no time to do it any other time. So I'm driving home from school and hopefully everything's going to be cool. Anyway, I know I haven't been talking about paganism lately and Wicca or witchcraft or anything like that. So I'm going to give you guys a treat. Thank God, finally I'm going to talk about it today. Yay! It's not going to be a complete change. I'm still going to be on my bitch box because I guess it's just that time of the fucking month. I don't know. But, alright, let's start off with this. A friend of mine called me up and said, gee, have you heard the latest thing that Charlie Sheen said? Okay, people. I've been following what Charlie Sheen said. I didn't hear the latest thing that Charlie Sheen said, but I've been following him. To be honest, at first I felt really sorry for the guy, okay? But now, and maybe I'm just being a bitch saying this, he's just a fucking punchline at this point in time. And anybody that takes him any more seriously than anything more than a punchline really needs to check themselves. I'm sorry. And I know I'm going to offend people because I'm name calling or whatever, but it's not meant to be offensive. Charlie Sheen is a fucking punchline right now, and you really shouldn't take what he says seriously. To be honest, I think that he's trying to appear as batshit crazy as possible just so people don't realize just how truly serious his problem is. I think what he's trying to attempt to do is make it so he's still on top even though he's trying to handle this problem. Now, to be honest, I really don't even think that he's taking his problem seriously, and I don't think that he would actually even acknowledge the problem if it wasn't just so... if it wasn't for the fact that everybody fucking knew about it. I don't think he wants to get sober. I don't think he feels that he needs to. You know, and when push comes to shove, it's really none of my business. It's really none of anybody else's business. And the only thing that I was really concerned about, even though it wasn't any of my business or anybody else's business, was his children. Because they are in the same household as this dude and his porno queens. And it's just not good to have a household full of, you know, sex and drugs and all that stuff. You can't tell me that all that shit's going on in the house with everybody and yet the kids are being taken care of. I just thank the goddess that, you know, CPS was smart enough and was able to get them out of that house. Other than that, my concern is gone. You know, I have had and seen too many people with addictions in their lives. You know, real people who can't buy their way out of everything. Or whatever. But, you know, people are just going batshit crazy over what he said. Now, what he said was, let's see here. He said that he called himself a Vatican slaughtering warlock priest. Really? Okay, this goes to prove my theory that Charlie Sheen is trying to appear as batshit crazy as possible. Again, to try to take away from his true addictions and his true problems and try to remain on that A-list, that Hollywood A-list. Because it's kind of hard to do, because most people just drop off the face of the earth, get better, and then slowly come back and regain their careers. I don't think Charlie Sheen feels that he needs to do that because he's just so fucking big. You know, he's a winner. More like a wiener, really. Now, people are actually going batshit crazy over what he said. Okay, really? I don't take it seriously. I mean, that's like if I was a an animal rights activist, and he said that he was running on tiger's blood. And then they go, oh, does that mean that he actually drinks tiger's blood? So I guess he must be killing tigers now, an endangered species where it's illegal to kill them, and yada, 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 yada. You know, I consider myself an animal rights activist. I really do. But, you know, if someone starts saying stupid shit like that, I will be the first one in line to smack them upside their fucking head. You know, let me tell you something, people. He is attempting to appear as batshit crazy as possible. So you're looking over here with these crazy ass statements and not looking over here with, you know, seeing, oh, poor Charlie Sheen, you know, and this is his true problems here, 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 and here. You know, it's not working for me. I don't know how many people it's really working for. Now, maybe I'm going off on too many people, okay? I'm sure there's a lot of people in the pagan community, and the Wiccan community, and the witchcraft community that feel the same way I do, you know? Maybe not exactly the same way I do, but a lot like I do. Now, but there's actually a whole coven of warlocks. Yes, those people who know me, I said that. A whole coven of warlocks. We'll get into that just a bit later. But they're really pissed off about what Charlie Sheen said about him being a Vatican slaughtering warlock priest. As a matter of fact, they are so pissed off. Hold on, I'm turning here. I don't want to hit this pedestrian. They are so pissed off at what he said that they vowed to do a spell that will bind him from saying the word warlock or witch, or even describing either a warlock or a witch. Really? Really? Okay. You guys tell me how that works out, alright? First of all, okay, you need to get off your fucking high horse. Everybody knows how I feel about fucking elitists. I hate them. They just drive me, they grind my gears. You know, they go on and go on and go on and go on like their shit don't stink. And you know what? The more they open their mouth, the more they show they don't know shit. And I'm talking about all elitists. Alright, I'm talking to this coven of warlocks. And anyone who believes in this coven of warlocks as well. My question to you is, where did you learn about paganism, witchcrafts, and warlocks? Did you learn about it when you were watching that show Bewitched or something? How about Charmed? Did you learn it there? You know, there's no shame in watching those shows. I've watched those shows, and there's no shame in being ill-informed. But Jesus Christ, do not take the high road and act like you know everything, because you just make a fucking ass out of yourself. You're making an ass out of yourself now. Do you know what a warlock is? I know you think you know what a warlock is, but a warlock is not a male witch. Do you know what a male witch is called? A witch! One who practices witchcraft. The craft of the wise, yada yada yada. A male witch is a witch. It is not a warlock. Please do not embarrass the community by making people think that you actually know something more than you do. There's nothing wrong with being ill-informed, but please do not get on your high horse and get pissy with people when you don't know shit. Please. I'm begging you. Now, would you like to know what a warlock is? There is really such a thing as a warlock. And it has nothing to do with your gender. You can be a male and be a warlock. You can be a female and be a warlock as well. A warlock is a traitor. A warlock is one who betrays, all right, if you were in the burning times and you betrayed your coven to save your fucking neck from being killed as a witch, you would then be considered a warlock, a traitor, a betrayer, a piece of shit. Now, if that's what you truly are, I certainly wouldn't go around and advertise it. I really wouldn't. But, whatever. Now, again, I am not the end-all, be-all of, what means what. If you don't believe me, look it up. And look it up someplace other than Wikipedia, please. Show some fucking brains. Look it up, seriously. Read some Raymond Buckland. Read some Cunningham. Please, read. Pick up and read. Feed your brain, please. And you're going to sit there and say, we're going to do a spell to bind him from speaking anything about witches or warlocks or describing either. Maybe that bind should also spill over to you guys, and it should wear off the moment that you actually learn a thing or two about witches and warlocks and what they truly are and who they truly are. Maybe you should just do the binding on yourself. Please, do not make more of a joke of the pagan community than it already is. Please, I'm begging you. And I know I seem judgmental right now, and maybe it's just because it's that time of the month. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm bitchy because of all the political stuff that's been going on, which I will be making another video about. But I'm begging you, don't do any spells until you know what the fuck you're doing. And most likely you don't if you don't even know your vocabulary. Vocabulary is one of the first things you learn. I don't know. Let me know. I mean, you can let me have it if you think I'm just being a judgmental bitch. Okay? Leave Charlie Sheen alone. He has enough problems as it is. Don't pay any attention to the man and he will shut the fuck up. Seriously. Alright. I love you guys. Blessed be.